It's time for the A&W Restaurant All-American Game of the Week on Richmond's very own WBON TV Channel 9, the leader in local sports television. Support these great local sponsors who support our community. Now, here's your announcers for the game.
Afternoon, everyone, and welcome into Madison Central High School. We got some high school football action on a Saturday afternoon for you with the Madison Central Indians and the Knights of Lexington Catholic coming at you live here in Richmond. I'm Michael Watkins along with Tom Gross. It is our A&W All-American Foods Game of the Week. And, Tom, a game that was scheduled for 8 o'clock last night was pushed back to 8:30, then 9, then 9:30, and then we'll see you tomorrow. And here we are, high school football officially underway, or going to be underway here shortly in Richmond.
Yeah, it's really nice, to come out on a Saturday, early afternoon, and we get to see the University of Madison Central against the University of Lexington Catholic this afternoon, because it's normally college football time this time of the day. But, man, a beautiful sunshiny day today. We got a little bit of cloudiness, but I don't think we've got any kind of a weather problem, at least here at the beginning of the game. They were calling for some more thunderstorms and stuff to move through a little later on this afternoon, but we're keeping our fingers crossed that we can get this thing in here this afternoon.
As always, our coverage on WBON TV, WEKY, is presented by Bishop Small Engine Repair. Tom and I are live today on the Citizens Guarantee Bank pregame show. With Citizens Guarantee Bank, your accounts are as close as your phone. Bank anywhere, 24/7. Check your balance, deposit checks whenever you want, transfer funds, and more with the MyCGB app. Visit mycgb.com to learn more. Tom, we come at you today on Saturday because last night was a very unreal night in Central Kentucky, with basically every game that was scheduled to be played last night either canceled or pushed back unto today. There were a couple of games. There were a couple of forfeits in the area. I think there was one game last night that got started around 10:30 that just finished around 2 in the morning.
Yes, I saw that.
I mean, it was a very long night for basically everybody involved with high school football, whether you're a fan, you're in the media, you're a player, a coach, however you are involved. Last night was a long night because you were still out there on the field waiting for the games to finally be postponed, as were we here. Now, Madison Southern, earlier today, they got to finish their game against Tates Creek. The Commodores knocking off the Eagles 37-7 in a game that we had an audio-only stream for you on WBON. But here today, you're going to bring you video coverage. Now, the issue this morning was our producer for that game had a health issue that came about the overnight hours, so he was unable to get up and get over there this morning. So hopefully he's going to be okay, and I guess he's right now on the injured list, and hopefully he'll be ready to go.
Yeah, we put him on the 4-day injured list so he can come out for next weekend.
There you go. We got high school football here, though. Again, the Citizens Guarantee Bank pregame show. Tom and I, nice and cool at the moment inside the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth with Gateway Cycles located in Mount Sterling. When it's time to choose your next ride, visit gatewaycycles.com. Tom, Madison Central has not had a ton of success against Lexington Catholic. It's been a long time rivalry. These two teams very familiar with one another. Going back to 1999, they've played several times throughout the history. The Indians with only one win. And it's not been a kind rivalry to Madison Central football. That lone win in 2016, 27-14, in a game that took place here in Richmond. 27-14 was the final score. Zach Harden was the starting quarterback then for Madison Central. He threw for 138 yards, 1 touchdown, 7 of 11 through the air. Jabari Hughley had 21 carries, 153 yards, and a touchdown. And Keenan Miller had 3 catches, 32 yards, and a touchdown in that game. And Ethan Hahn had 6 carries, 39 yards, 2 catches, 98 yards in that win for Madison Central. So only one win dating back to 1999 for Madison Central over Lexington Catholic, and the Indians with high hopes that they can make it 2 wins in this rivalry here today.
Yeah, they've had their eye on this since last week. They got off to a not so good start in that game last week, and then were able to kind of kick it up a little bit, kick it up a notch. And by the end of the third quarter, things started to gel a little bit for them. And their offense didn't look that bad, although, the injury that knocked Steele out of the game and basically off the field for the rest of the season. But Parker came in and did a pretty doggone good job of filling in, and I'm kind of excited to see how he does with a full week of practice behind him.
Yeah, I think when you look at Parker Mullins, he's an athlete. He plays all the sports. He's a good baseball player. He was a starting point guard, if you will, on the basketball team. Obviously now going to be the starting quarterback for the Madison Central football team. And while that is a little bit nerve-wracking, I believe, for fans, Parker came in and showed what he could do last week. Didn't have a ton of what he had. I think he had 2 attempts, but within those 2 attempts, he had a touchdown pass.
He did, and looked good. I mean, he didn't look shaken. Didn't look like, oh, man, this is my first game. He'd had a few attempts last season. He got in and played a few snaps and stuff. But going to be interesting to see how he does today. Now, Lexington Catholic's going to come in, and they're going to have all guns a-blazing. They had 2 players last week on defense with a total of 10 tackles apiece. So they've got a staunch defense. They can play the game, and they've proven that against Madison Central over the years.
Indians and the Knights will step aside for our first commercial break here in just a moment. We see Eli Steele down there walking with his arm in a sling, getting dapped up. I think that's Cooper Mullins, Parker Mullins' older brother. Again, no Eli Steele, Parker Mullins stepping in at quarterback. We'll dive deeper into that situation, and we'll give you some keys to the game brought to you by Jack Burford Chevrolet when we come back. We are live in Richmond High School football just around the bend on WBON TV.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Roll Tribe.
Whether you're looking for dependability in the game or on the road, Madison County is where you'll find it. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond has the trucks you can depend on and a winning tradition just like our great local sports teams. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see our dependable trucks and become a part of the winning tradition.
Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been there to help our customers enhance their lives and achieve their dreams. With 7 locations across Central and Eastern Kentucky today, we are celebrating 50 years of being there for the communities we call home. Citizens Guarantee Bank is now CG Bank. New name, same commitment to being there for our neighbors. CG Bank, we've been there for that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
It's our A&W All-American Foods Game of the Week. Tom Gross, Michael Watkins here on WBON TV. Tom, now to look at our Jack Burford Chevrolet keys to the game for this one here in Richmond today. Tom, Madison Central coming off a loss, as is Lexington Catholic, and we spoke to head coach William Blair about this matchup today and what his team really needs to do to get a win. And he talked about, got to be able to kind of get Parker Mullins going, but you want to kind of ease him into the game as well. We'll hear from Coach Blair in just a moment, but I think the keys to the game today, you got to run the football better than you did last week.
Yes, absolutely.
This defense from Catholic plays a different style of defense, so not that it'll be easier to run against, but it might be easier to get a matchup you like to run against in this kind of defensive formation that the Knights will run.
Yeah, it's that was the one thing I think I was really disappointed in was our running game. And we've been used to, holes being opened up you could drive a semi-truck through. So, I'm sure they worked this week on the line, the offensive line a little bit in doing that. But we played a pretty tough Mountain team last week. Yeah. And, they know how to fill the gaps, and they made some great adjustments themselves in the second quarter and then on into the second half.
Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Jack Burford Chevrolet. Madison Central needs to run the football a lot better than they did last week. I think if we can get 15, 20 attempts, make it a little bit easier for Parker Mullins to ease his way into his first start at quarterback, that'll be a recipe for success for the Indians. Folks, if you're looking for your next ride, you got to get the keys to them at Jack Burford Chevrolet on the Eastern Bypass in Richmond. Visit jackburford.com to see the entire inventory. We'll check with Gage. We got our coach's interview ready to go here. We'll hear from Coach Blair. Talked to him yesterday. Now, some of this stuff might not really be in effect now. We talked about the heat being an issue and things like that. Maybe some nerves about his first home game as the head coach. But now you got an extra night's sleep. And the temperature not what it was yesterday. Let's hear from the head coach of the Indians, William Blair. Central taking on Lexington Catholic tonight. And, Coach, first home game as the head coach. Talk about maybe some of the emotions you're feeling as you get ready to host the Roy Kidbo. A lot of tradition in this game, obviously, for Coach Kidd, and a big one for you guys tonight as well.
Yeah, pretty excited to play into in a bowl game that's named after a legend in this town. I know he means a lot to the Madison County school system. I think the weather is going to keep him from attending, talking earlier to him today. So, but he'll be there. But I'm excited. I'm excited for our kids. I know we're excited. We got on our field this week and get out there and play on the new turf with the new lights.
Talk about this game. Obviously, a little bit of a different game plan as you go from Eli being quarterback, now a new guy stepping in, and maybe what the game plan is as you take on a pretty good Lexington Catholic football team.
Yeah, very good. Very good team, very well coached team, and they've got some depth, and so that was one of the things we looked at in this game is how are we going to work our depth. And after losing Eli, that messed with some of our depth because of Parker moving off of defense to offense, and then moving out of wide receiver for him. So it's really he causes two spots to come open, and which we've got good depth at on the offensive side. I'm not too worried about that. On the defensive side, we're going to see some guys out there that we haven't seen out there before, and hopefully those guys make some plays. But Lexington Catholic, they're up tempo. They've got a really athletic quarterback that we've got to contain, and I think on our side, our game plan is going to just continue to do what our offense is built to do. Is whatever you give us, that's what we're going to take, and we'll work from there. And Parker being the athlete that he is, he went right into it this week and no problem. So I'm excited to see him get out there and play.
Last week in the game versus Johnson Central, Mathis was kind of bottled up. But what's the game plan as far as trying to get the run game going to open up the offense and kind of maybe take some pressure off of Parker in his first start?
They play a 3-2 box, and so we might try to do some things to move some guys out of the box, or so that they can't load up 7 or 8 guys in the box on us. So we'll do some motions and things of that nature to make them move their defense. And I think with this scheme compared to Johnson Central, Lexington Catholic plays more of a base type team and not as much as load the box and bring it and play man. So I think the run game should be a little bit better this week compared to the passing game. And Johnson Central passing game was pretty good until Eli went out for a minute. But even then, Parker stepped in and threw a 34-yard touchdown. So I think what we've got to do is just take what they give us, and then we got to take advantage of that and score.
As you start tonight, obviously the heat is going to be a concern. But what have you told your guys as far as prepping for that? Obviously, cramping is normally an issue this time of year, but with the added heat, that could even be more of an issue. So, what's as far as with the trainer and the training staff and everybody being prepared for that, and what are you guys talking about on the sidelines to make sure that is something maybe you don't have to deal with tonight?
Once again, it goes into the depth. We talked to the guys about getting we're going to rotate you. Sometimes guys don't want to come off the field, but we're going to rotate you for this next series or two, so we can have you the fourth quarter. So that was one thing we had to talk to them about, the importance of rotating and keeping fresh legs out there. But really, we started back on Sunday when we had our team meeting, talking about how we're going to practice this week. We practiced at 5:45 every morning. And stayed in the cool, so I think our bodies didn't take as much of a beating from the heat as it would have if we tried to practice later in the evening. So we were able to still practice in cooler temperatures, and like I said, I don't think our bodies took as much of a beating from the heat this week. So hopefully that carries over. And also, talking to them about preparing their bodies, eating, drinking the right fluids, and taking care of themselves.
All right, Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Trucking companies are looking for qualified licensed drivers. Get your CDL training at Exodus Driver Training, located on Richmond Road, connected to Renfro's Collision in Berea. Take advantage of their flexible training schedule or get your license in just 4 weeks. Exodus Driver Training is your way out of the cubicle, out of staring at the same 4 walls, out of that factory job you can't stand. Your way out to an open road of opportunity. Financing available. Visit EX.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home cleaned for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy. You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or
Amco Transmissions of Richmond is proud of 20 successful years working on your automobiles. But we have outgrown our current location, and we're expanding to a bigger, state-of-the-art service center to better serve you. And with the bigger space, Amco is looking for good quality technicians, general repair techs, and managers at all our locations. Amco offers top pay, family-friendly environment, plus vacation and sick time. Amco Transmissions in Richmond is looking forward to our next 20 years. Come see us at our new location, 3303 Irvin Road, Richmond.
Hey, Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Oil Drop Mobile Lube, we know that taking care of your vehicle is a top priority, but we also understand that your time is valuable. That means the experts at Oil Drop Mobile Lube will come service your vehicle wherever it is convenient for you. At work, on the job, maybe just at home. You can get other things done while they take care of your vehicle. Call 833-OIL-DROP. That's 833-645-3767. Like Oil Drop Mobile Lube on Facebook.
Back here on WBON TV, Tom Gross, Michael Watkins, glad to have you along on the Citizens Guarantee Bank pregame show inside the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth. And Tom, looking at this game today, we're about 9 minutes away from the kickoff. The Indians taking on Lexington Catholic, and it's a busy day for high school football with the start of college football actually taking place today. High school football kind of taking center stage here in Central Kentucky with all the games postponed from last night.
Yeah, there's a big game coming up, Michael, where Lexington Christian is playing state champ Boyle County. I'd love to see that game. We'll get to see highlights later in the day, I'm sure, tonight. But, there's some good contests this week, and they get to play in the sunlight today.
Yeah, we got a lot to be excited about for sports getting underway today. It is still a little bit warmer today as we make our way through, and it's now time to take a look at the game time temperature, which is brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air. Don't get caught in the heat. Take advantage now of a new HVAC install for up to 48 months interest-free with Fayette Heating and Air. Call 859-233-0424 or schedule online at FayetteHeating.com. Current temperature right now, 83 degrees, partly cloudy skies, but it does feel like 90 down there on the field, Tom. It is a little bit warm still. Not the humidity that we had yesterday when we got here, but still pretty hot day out there on the field.
Yeah, I came out this morning to come over, and I opened the door. I was ready to get hit by that blast furnace like yesterday, and it's humid, but it's not that bad. About half of what it was yesterday. So the kids are going to get sweaty out there today. It's going to be warm out there for them, but you get these teenagers going at each other out there, and they're going to get warmed up and ready to go real quick today.
One thing that we do want to do before we get this game started is say congratulations. I think it was last night. I want to make sure. Yesterday. There was a new baby welcomed into the world, and trainer Allie Benavides, the trainer at Madison Central, and her husband Micah gave birth to their first child, a newborn baby girl born yesterday. And I know Mom and Dad are very excited. Isabel Joy is her name, and she was born yesterday. So congratulations to Allie and Micah. Allie's going to be out for a little while, obviously, dealing with the mom duties now. But I know these players and the cheerleaders and everybody that knows her quite well are excited to see her take on the new role as mom. And she's been playing mom for a while with these athletes, Tom, getting them ready for all the things that they do here at Madison Central. So congratulations to Allie and Micah, and hopefully mom and baby are both healthy. And we'll look forward to seeing Allie out and about here very, very soon. We got 6.5 minutes till the kickoff. We will take another commercial break. When we come back, we'll look at our Star Watch for the game tonight. Look at who you need to be looking out for when the kickoff comes your way. It's Madison Central and Lexington Catholic on the other side here on WBON TV.
It's the common thread that ties us together, making life better for everyone. At CVNB, that means better banking, better accounts and lending, better experiences, better schools and better communities. Better. It's what ties us together. CVNB. Bank better.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Support local and get your vehicle running at its peak performance with CT Diesel Performance South Exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff specialize in diesel performance and repair that will service any vehicle, big or small, with oil changes, brakes, tires, alignments, and more. Broke down and need a tow? Well, call CT Diesel at 859-699-8712. Like them on Facebook to enter a weekly drawing for a free oil change. CT Diesel Performance off Exit 97 in Richmond.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we value our patient relationships, making it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. We offer patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment and for more details on lip filler and Dysport specials, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or, if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday, starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
Back into Madison Central High School, Tom. Kickoff is here, 3 minutes away from kickoff here in Richmond, and man, what a fun atmosphere this one's going to be. And tonight's Star Watch, for today's Star Watch, is brought to you by Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Just like, how about the defense of Madison Central last week? Playing pretty well. Leo Sotelo played a big role in stopping that run game from Johnson Central. Going to need him to perform big again today. And he is our Star Watch today for the Madison Central Indians.
Yeah, I like the receivers too. I like the game that Cody Morrison had, along with Nathan Ogle. And then on the other side of the coin, you got a good wide receiver in Jackson Kreitzer. Jackson caught 11 balls for 130 yards and a touchdown. So we got a couple really good wide receivers to watch, one on either side of the ball.
Cody Morrison looked so good.
He was good, yes.
What a performance from him in his first, I guess, what was it we called it? The debut of the MAC, not the return of the MAC.
Yeah.
But the debut of the MAC. And
well, this week it would be the return of the MAC, you know, part 2, or the MAC part 2 today.
We'll see what happens. Madison Central and Lexington Catholic coming your way, folks. A&W, our great sponsor. We're going to hear from them in a short little message here during our pregame show. They are our A&W All-American Foods Game of the Week sponsor. Let's hear from them as we get you set for kickoff on WBON TV.
It's apple sipping season at A&W. The perfect time to enjoy one of our new apple pie shakes. Each sip feels like fall in a mug. A delicious combination of apples, spices, and vanilla soft serve. Come on in and get to sipping, only at A&W. Feeling saucy? Come down to A&W and dip a juicy 5-piece hand-breaded chicken tender combo into our new spicy 3-pepper fire sauce or our new savory A&W sauce. Dip into A&W and try them today.
Special thanks to A&W All-American Foods, our Game of the Week sponsor. And here we are live on WBON. You know, Tom Dawson and the gang, Jamie and John, were over at Madison Southern. Dawson's pulling some double duty. He's now here with us for this game in Richmond, and we're about to get things underway. Kickoff is now here. We appreciate you joining us on the Citizens Guarantee Bank pregame show. With Citizens Guarantee Bank, your accounts are as close as your phone. You can bank anywhere 24/7, check your balance, deposit checks whenever you want, transfer funds, and more with the MyCGB app. You can visit mycgb.com to learn more.
Looking forward to this one, Michael. Something last night, because of the weather, it just didn't play out like it is now. I'm looking at this now, and I got a whole different feel about this, that this is going to be a possibly high-scoring football game, both directions, and we're going to see a lot of good plays in this one today. So hold on to your hats, folks. We picked a good day to make up the game from last night with all the lightning and thunderstorms and so forth, so we're happy that we are here, glad to get a go of it here, and at least we're going to get some football action instead of just sit and watch it rain.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we did that for a long time last night, that's for sure.
About 3 hours worth.
Our cameramen today, we got Nick and Jacob. And Jacob, we got two Jacobs on camera for us today. Of course, Samantha Burford will have our halftime interview, hopefully getting that squared away. Dawson Rule will be here with us, our producer. The greatest of all time, that is Gage Hill. And then we got my man, Tom Gross, with me to my left. I'm Michael Watkins. It is a pleasure to be with you on a Saturday here in Richmond. And the kickoff, Indians will kick it away. And back to receive for Lexington Catholic. That's like Sam Clements is the deep returner.
Yeah, they got 4 back. That's an interesting lineup.
Clements will get it at the 14-yard line. He'll go right side. He's got a nice little wall built for him. Ball looked like it came out, but Catholic's going to be able to keep it as Clements sets it up at the 34-yard line. Good field position, Tom, to begin the drive and to begin the game for Lexington Catholic.
Yeah, somebody came in and made a great hit there to stop him before he really broke it. Only had one man to beat beyond that, but great tackle on special teams to hold him back inside the 40-yard line.
The Knights like to go quick. They'll go trips left, and they'll hand it off on first down, straight up the gut, and a touchdown. Man, nobody going to catch him here. Indians going to give up a touchdown on their opening play. No! Wow, a touchdown saving tackle by Bryant Mathis to bring down the ball carrier. Catholic was about to go 66 yards for a one-play touchdown, and instead, Pereira will have to receive it again from the quarterback. This time, he's going to get in. 1-yard touchdown score, a 64-yard drive, 2 plays, took 20 seconds, and the Knights are on the board.
Yeah, Joaquin, good runner, good athlete, big, strong athlete, and you could see he can flat out get it, and it's a quick 6-0 with the extra point to come.
Up, bobbled snap, and the holder going to go down, so the Indians able to kind of make up for it on special teams, but a quick strike by Lexington Catholic. 2 plays in, and the scoreboard has already changed. 6-0 Knights as we go to a quick commercial break. We'll see if the Indians can strike back when we come back on WBON TV.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We're back here at the action. Sean Kite's going to return it for Madison Central, a young man that didn't see a ton of action last week, Tom. He was actually ineligible till right before the opening week of the season. He's a guy that Central is very excited about getting out in space, getting the ball in his hands, kind of a go-to weapon on the other side of Cody Morrison. He gets the ball to the 29-yard line on the return.
Yeah, he had a nice run back there. He took it at the 2-yard line. I was a little concerned he'd step back into the end zone, but he was able to bring it out, and a 27-yard gain on that kick return. That's nice.
And he's going to go 4 wide and a tight end, so 5 wide here for Parker Mullins. He'll keep it on the quarterback keeper. First down carry for the new quarterback for the Indians. And Mullins going to get a nice pick up to the 37-yard line, a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 coming up on the right hash mark. Madison Central turning to their senior Parker Mullins after the other senior quarterback, Elijah Steele, went down with an arm injury. Steele hoping to be able to return this year and play some defense, but at the moment he is out on the sidelines. And I know the folks over at Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy will be doing their best to get him back out there to at least be able to play some defense this year.
Yeah, Parker, nice play there. And a great job by the offensive line on the right side. They went ahead with their assignment, and that's what opened up that huge hole. They did a really nice job.
Mullins going to take off again. Got first down yardage, spun around, and slung down at the 44 after a gain of 6. And Mullins on 2 carries. He's got 14 yards and a first down.
Yeah, he is, like you said earlier on the pregame show, he is quite the athlete, and he excels at all 3 sports that he plays here at Madison Central. And, I didn't even think about that. He could really be a running back force at the quarterback position.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left, tight end to the left side for Mullins. This time he'll fake the handoff. Quick out to Morrison. Morrison's got some blocking, has to break a tackle. He'll gain positive yardage, gain of 4 from the 44 to the 48-yard line. Indians 2 yards shy of midfield. They'll keep it here on the near side on the right hash, and it's 2nd down and 6.
118 yards last week receiving, 2 touchdowns, 7 receptions. He's got 1 already today. And, Parker's this week's been thinking, man, I'm glad I got number 19 on my side.
Yeah, Mullins hitting Morrison there on the screen pass. Now Morrison and Kite to the left side. Fullback in there lined up. Let's see if they hand it off to Mathis this time. They'll fake it to him. Mullins keeps, and another first down on the ground. The Indians quarterback doing the job. He gains 7, enough for a first down. Move the sticks. 2nd time on this drive. Mullins has picked up a first down with his feet.
You think about it, Michael. He is used to shucking and jiving, as I call it, the defenders when he plays basketball. And it's the same thing out here, only everybody's got pads on.
Yeah. And Mullins, too. One thing that you know about Mullins is he's going to give you 120% every time he's out there. Parker this time, 1st and 10. Dancing around, looking. Pressure from behind. This time, nowhere to go. He'll lose at least 1, maybe a yard and a half. Got hit hard that time, nowhere to go. Credit the defense of Lexington Catholic to bring up a 2nd down and 11.
Great play. Now you say, well, why do you say that, Tom? Because they lost 2 yards. It's a great play because he knew he was in trouble, so he ate the football and kept possession. How many times have we seen a quarterback throw it hoping to hit somebody and throw it away?
Yeah, better to eat it there than to maybe force a pass in there and turn it over. You keep possession, 2nd down and long. This time they do give it to Mathis up the gut. Not much running room there. Same situation as we saw last week. First carry of the game for the ball carrier. He'll gain 2, bringing up a 3rd down and 10. And coming into the game for Madison Central, believe, number 1. So that's Leo Sotelo coming in. Mathis, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, Cristiano Cardadelli. I looked at that earlier. I said, I wonder if I'm going to have to say that. He made the tackle on that play on the line on the left side there for Lexington Catholic.
2 tight ends, 2 receivers set for Mullins. Morrison left, Kite to the right. 3rd and 10. They'll throw. Mullins going deep left to Morrison. Cody has the ball picked and running up the right sideline. That is Clements, still on his feet. Ball stripped out. Who's got it? Central comes away with the football. Madison Central gets possession back somehow. Coach Blair down on the sideline trying to make sure that his guys stay off the field. Almost got a flag there for being out on the field. Mullins threw the interception. He might have been the one, actually, that got that ball back. The ball stripped out. Central comes away with it. Great shot there by Jacob Beck down on the sideline cam for us. We'll keep possession. 1st and 10. But now back at our own 30-yard line. A flag comes in on the far side. Let's see what it is here. That far side official coming in to give the white hat the call.
Personal foul, and that's going to go against.
Sideline warning.
Yeah. there was some barking going on over there when that ball came out, and the Central recovered it. And I think somebody on the sideline was getting into the barking a little bit there, so that's why they're giving them a warning.
That time, Tom Parker doing what we don't need him to do. He just kind of put it up for grabs on that pass and allowed the defender to kind of camp under it. Now we'll go back to it. Back to the action, 1st and 10. This time it's going to go a handoff to Sotelo. Man, that big nose tackle, big number 59 lined up in the middle there for Lexington Catholic. Cannon Mackley, 5'11", 215, the senior defensive lineman, made a big stop there, got around the block, and made the stop for a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12. And the Indians offense, which looks good on their first couple of plays, have now turned it over and gone backward on their last 3 plays. Mullins lost 2, then the turnover, and then 2-yard loss there.
We got Big Jeff Bishop on our line, and we'll put him up against anybody, 6'7", 350. He can hold his own out there.
Mullins looking to throw. Screen pass.
Oh, too hard.
Yeah, Ogle was the intended target. They threw it behind the line of scrimmage, so it's incomplete, and it will be 3rd and long for the Indians.
Now, I saw the head referee out there had his left arm out and was, I think, signaling to the line judge on that left side there that the ball would have been in play had it stayed in bounds. So missed opportunity for Catholic there to come up with the ball again.
So 3rd and 12. 2 receivers each way. Tight end Ogle to the left side for Mullins. He'll look to throw. Parker being pressured. Steps up, now takes off, breaks a tackle, and is going to be held short of the 1st down sticks. About maybe, was it just a yard? Is it going to be 4th and 1?
It's pretty close.
Great effort by Parker to even get close to it. He broke a tackle, stayed on his feet. It'll be 4th and a long 1 yard, basically a yard and a few inches. And Central going to play it safe here and see if their defense can do what they couldn't do on that first drive by Lexington Catholic, and that's get a stop. Peyton Gilboa will punt it away for the Indians, and the Knights have someone back to return. Let's see, I can't see that number. Is that 11, Tom?
I think so, but again, he's standing dead sideways in front of us here, so we'll get him in a minute. Oh, bad snap.
Yeah. Gilboa has to see it go over his head, and then Lexington Catholic still dancing around on it. They'll actually end up with tremendous field position inside the Madison Central 5-yard line. And the first couple of possessions for Lexington Catholic looking pretty good here, Tom. It should be able to punch one in here the way they did on their opening drive and take a pretty good lead over the Indians.
Right, sir. Just a stud in the backfield. Let's see if they don't go to him right away here.
They will hand it off. Bouncing off a couple of tackles and down at the 1-yard line. That's number 29. Oh, no, that's Pereira. Number 27, excuse me. Joaquin, a sophomore tailback, 5'11", 165.
Pereira looks really good out there, and he's basically standing right beside the quarterback. Wasik lines up to his right.
High snap, doesn't matter. Pereira able to punch it into the end zone. 2nd touchdown in the first 7 minutes of play, and the Knights will extend the lead out to 12-0.
They're going to kick the extra point. They brought the tee out already, so I thought they might go for 2 to push the lead to 14-0.
Just go to the PAT. Finnegan Wedding to attempt the extra point. Snap is high again. Hold down this time, and the extra point is through the uprights. Lexington Catholic 13-0 lead. The new field looking good. Indians, not so much on offense. We'll see if they can correct that when we come back down 13-0 on WBON TV.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you. Did you know Markham and Wallace Hospital offers speech therapy for both adults and pediatrics? Why travel north when you can get the care you need right here in Irvine? Adult speech therapy focuses on the assessment and treatment of speech, language, thinking, and swallowing problems. Pediatric speech helps children communicate effectively by assisting with the improvement of their verbal and nonverbal language skills. For more info about the speech therapy department, call 606-723-8235 at Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital.
Madison Central taking on Lexington Catholic, and time of 13-0 start to the game. I think we've got kind of a delayed timeout here with giving everybody a little extra time to get some water in them, and it's a good time for us to take a break as well. Here we gotta say thank you to all of our great sponsors. When we take a timeout, we always like to say thank you to the ones that help us get out here on the coverage. If you're watching, well, maybe now is a good time to take a bathroom break here on the broadcast, and we want to say thanks to Mr. Reuter, the local plumbing experts, our official timeout sponsor here on WBON TV.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
That's a good commercial, right?
I love that, yeah.
I tell you what, our buddy over at Prep Spin, William Moorfield, he got us tuned in. Look, he got us on the big screen, man.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
He did request that we not show you on the broadcast.
He requested
so,
it?
Yeah, he did request that.
I can understand that. He's a great guy, man. He's fun.
Yeah, William does a tremendous. I mean, when I say great job, a tremendous job up there with what they do as well.
His daughter is an awesome athlete. She plays baseball with the boys. She plays softball with the girls. And I love keeping up with that because he's a proud dad, proud papa, and he posts a lot of, her plays and I'm just, she's not the biggest girl her age on any of the teams, but man, she can play and she can hit the ball.
Well, she gets all that athleticism and that talent from her mom, I guess.
I think so too. I don't think that came from Dad, do you?
Appreciate William. Got us tuned in, and of course, a lot of folks. And I think William and then they were going to have Woodford County Simon Kenton last night. I'm not sure if they were able.
No, they didn't get it off last night.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think the only game in the area that got on was the East Jessamine game. That was the one that got kicked off around
10:30, wasn't it?
9:30 or 10, whatever it was. So Madison Central again, kind of a longer timeout here. They're giving folks a chance to kind of catch their breath, get a little extra water break, a little bit of a longer stint, and a chance for these guys to kind of regroup. Down 13-0 here. And, man, it has been a rough go of it thus far for the Madison Central offense. And the defense kind of put in a bad spot there on that drive. Quick touchdown by Pereira, and it's now 13-0.
Yeah, I like this rule. I know the IHSAA was involved in this many years ago, but if the officials on the field deem it necessary, they will take about halfway through each quarter an extra long timeout or break so that the players can be well hydrated, because the last thing they want is somebody to, come up dehydrated and injure themselves badly that way. So it's a good thing. Now everybody's refreshed. Let's play some more football.
Yeah, William just said that the Simon Kenton Woodford County game was canceled, and it won't be made up. So it won't. It was not even postponed. It was just straight canceled.
Yeah, wow.
The Knights kick it off once again. Kite back to return for Central. Good kick. This will be returnable from. Oh, scratch that. It's going to go into the end zone. So a touchback, and Madison Central will be able to take over at their own 20-yard line.
Well, he tried to go up and catch it again like he did the first time, but was unable to do so, and it went into the end zone. So here come your Indians, ladies and gentlemen, going to start it off at their own 20-yard line.
Offenses look sluggish here in the first quarter. See if they can get that corrected. And nowhere to go on first down, Tom. We're going to go second down and 10.
Well, the little snake back there on the right corner, he started early. Number 70, he was playing at a linebacker over there on the right side for them, and that is Tavion Kirby. And I saw him moving a little at a time, got all the way up to the line of scrimmage, and he keyed on Parker that time and made a nice play.
Now Mullins still down as they bring the training staff out from orthopedic sports and physical therapy to check on him. This is the situation we saw last week in the fourth quarter, final 2 minutes now here in the first quarter. And looking to see who might be warming up, KJ Wells, the son of EKU head football coach Walt Wells. Looks like he may be getting some reps now at the quarterback position with Parker down with what appears to be an ankle injury, Tom, as the training staff works on him. We do want to say, again, a special thank you to all of our great sponsors like Oil Drop Mobile Lube. Make sure to give them a like and a share on Facebook. If you need an oil change, maybe you need a brakes replaced, that is the best place to call. Oil Drop Mobile Lube here in Madison County. Also, the great folks over at Jack Burford Chevrolet. If you're looking for a new-to-you vehicle or one of those brand-new Chevrolets, visit jackburford.com to see the entire inventory. Markham and Wallace Hospital, right there to take care of you in Estill County, and you would not believe all the services that are offered with Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital in Irvin. Visit them online at mercyhealth.com to learn more.
Well, this is sad. I mean, Parker can't put any weight on that left foot, and they're going to take him over to the bench and let the training staff work on him under the tent over here to our right. But that does not look good, and we're going to get to see our third quarterback in a game and a quarter this season.
KJ Wells going to hand it off to Mathis, who will definitely be relied on. And Mathis, beautiful run, carrying the defense for a first down, a gain of 12 on the carry and a first down Indians.
Now, if you remember, we saw him kind of go slow and wasn't churning those legs for the extra effort. Well, that time he did exactly that and was able to pick up the first down.
Great job there with Mathis. Obviously going to be relied upon to be that starting tailback. Had a decent week one. I'm sure not what he would have liked to have had. Here's another handoff on the bobbled snap. This time Mathis turning nothing into something on a gain of 9 yards. Bringing up a second down and 1. You know, Mathis stepping in to where Brady Hensley was. Obviously, we know what Brady Hensley was and what he still is. 7 touchdowns last week for LCA, the transfer over to Lexington Christian Academy, and going to be playing at EKU for KJ's dad, Walt.
Yeah, that's going to – I cannot wait to see him at EKU because I think it's going to be the same thing that we have seen the last couple of years and that we're seeing over at Lexington Christian this year.
Oh, man, Mathis lit up in the backfield. Great job on the rush from the linebacker. Sophomore Brady Wasick getting in there getting in there and immediately bringing down Bryant Mathis.
Don't know if that's if he is the brothers with the quarterback Jackson, but I'm sure he possibly is. He just shot the gap, and, I mean, nobody touched him, and there you have it. Took that 9-yard gain a while ago back at least 3 or 4 yards.
Third down and a long 4, short 5 for KJ Wells. Hands it off this time to Leo Sotelo, and Sotelo will go down for no gain. It'll be 4th and 5, and the Indians will have to punt, I believe. No sign yet. See how aggressive they're going to be, and now Coach Blair will send the punt unit out. Couple of nice runs for Bryant Mathis.
Yeah, that looked good.
Again, the offense stalls on their own side of the field.
We got to get PG84 to hit a good one, good long one here.
Gilbo back to punt it away. Steps into it. Man, that's a nice high end over end punt. And it's going to be fair caught at the 37-yard line. Make it the 36. They'll back it up to that spot. And the Knights will bring the offense back out. Special shout-out to all the folks watching us. Thanks to Mackleys and Rebecca Benham for tuning us in. The Mackleys and Rebecca Benham for watching us here on the broadcast. And, Tom, you know, we have so many folks that tune us in from out of state and watch us all over. And
yeah.
We've got grandparents. I remember Jalen Davis's grandparents always tune us in. Appreciate all the folks watching online or watching on WBON TV Channel 9 today. Here's a pass out into the flat, and going to be incomplete as Wasik threw a little bit short that time to his intended target. I think it's the first attempted pass for the Knights here this evening.
Yeah, the wide receiver out there, he needed one of those corn scoop shovels like you see around the grain bins. He went down, just scooped it up off the turf, and the official line judge right there to make the call.
2nd down and 10 following that incompletion. Wasik will send a man in motion right to left. They'll fake it to him and hand it off to Pereira. Flag comes in. That'll be a face mask, I believe.
Ooh. Well, I saw holding there too, but let's see.
Got a great shot here. Parker Mullins inside the tent being worked on. Jacob Beck, our cameraman, down low as the staff from Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy works on the starting quarterback for Madison Central. It is a face mask.
Yeah. See how much they walk off here. Looks like it's a big one. So it must have been a very bad one there to get 15 out of it. An inadvertent face mask they will call, but normally it's a 5-yard penalty. But in this situation, they pulled him down with the face mask, so can't do that. Oh, my.
Man, another great play from the Lexington Catholic offense, and Madison Central just cannot find a way to stop it. Touchdown. This time it's Matthew Kern, the wide receiver, taking it all the way for Lexington Catholic, and they'll extend the lead 19-0 here on the replay once again. Beautiful pass and the completion for the touchdown. And the Knights, man, making it a 3-score advantage coming in for the extra point. Finnegan Wedding for the PAT. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights. 20-0 visiting team well out in front. We are still here in the first quarter. We'll step aside and come back. See if the offense can wake up. Central needs it in a hurry on WBON TV.
For over 40 years, Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory in Berea have been helping families through the hardest times in their lives. With traditional burial planning to cremation, the folks at Lakes can help you honor your loved ones with final arrangements. Lakes can also help pre-plan now. Let your family members know what you want and help ease their burden. Visit lakesfuneralhome.com to learn how easy it can be to pre-plan. Lakes Funeral Home and Crematory, the only on-site crematory in Madison County.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Come back to the action here in Richmond, a 20-0 Lexington Catholic lead, and KJ Wells, our third-string quarterback, having to come into the ball game. Eli Steele, the starting quarterback, Tom, was hurt. KJ, a good athlete. He's played some different positions, but now having to step into that starting quarterback role with the injuries to both Steele and now Parker Mullins, who was injured on the last drive for Madison Central. They'll hand it off to Mathis. On the first down carry, cuts it out to the far side, and Mathis has got running room. Bryant able to get it across the 40 to the 44-yard line, and a great job by Aiden Howard, who flexed his muscles on that one, Tom, and helped spring his running back for a big game. They'll say he stepped out at the 40-yard line. Look at the offensive line there. The big uglies up front, clearing the way for the speedy Bryant Mathis to pick up the big gain.
Yeah, 20-yard gain on that play. Great job by the left side of the line. You also got a block in the backfield there on one of the linebackers as well. So that's awesome.
Great shot on the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction replay. Wells back in the shotgun. He'll throw it, and it's picked off, and that one is going to go for 6. Intercepted by Sam Clements off the tipped pass, and taken into the end zone to put the Knights on top 26-0 here in the first quarter. See Wells here drop back to pass, and a great job by the defensive end to deflect it. Clements, perfect spot, perfect time, 6 the other way.
Well, the ball was tipped. He was throwing it to a wide open receiver, and the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. So a good job there by the defensive lineman who got his hand up in the way, and that put it up for grabs. A little bingo for Lexington Catholic.
This young man's been busy. Wedding for the PAT. This one good as well. He's 3 of 3 on attempts. The first extra point never got off because of a bobbled snap, but a great job to put that one up and put the Knights on top 27-0. Indians, do we have an answer in us? We got to find one. See if we can do it when we come back on WBON TV.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kopudek, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Road Tribe.
And he's going to return, or had a chance to return that one, ends up going into the end zone. But it has been a long opening quarter on this new field. Of course, you unveiled the new field, Tom, and Lexington Catholic coming in here, and they are showing how good of a team they can be after a week 1 loss. The Knights putting it all on full display offensively and defensively. 2 interceptions in the first quarter, 1 return for a pick 6. Running back Pereira's got 2 rushing touchdowns. They've got a touchdown catch from Matthew Kern, and, of course, the pick 6 there returned by Sam Clements on the last possession. Madison Central wants to call a timeout and take it over. We will keep it right here. Thank you for joining us here, folks. Again, a good time to step aside and take your commercial break, but we're going to keep it here and give you a chance to maybe take your phone or take your tablet into the restroom with you. Take a little bathroom break, and that's a special thanks to Mr. Reuter, local plumbing experts, our official timeout sponsor. And, Tom, I would say this has been an entertaining first quarter. It has been if you're a Knights fan, but nothing going the right way for Madison Central.
No, not at all. And you know, what can go wrong has gone wrong thus far. So let's see, you know, something's got to give here in a moment. I hope they don't continue this all the way through the second quarter. We're still 1:28 to go here in the first quarter, so it's been a slow game. We had a long timeout that was related to the weather, and it's like, okay, here we go. They're ready to go. They're calling them on the field, so offense needs to get something done here this trip.
Go by and see our great sponsors like Galaxy Bowling Center here in Richmond, a great place to take the family. Great fun, great food, and great entertainment at Galaxy Bowling Center in Richmond. Also, Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there, and Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance, your local State Farm Insurance agent. Hand off Mathis. Bryant trying to bust one outside. Good job of just following his blockers, and he'll gain about 6 on first down.
Yeah, he made a really nice run that time. Had great blocking up front. Pulling on that left side was the left side tackle there. I can't see who that is. I believe that's number 51 that is blocking in front of him, Ryland Rhodes, a 5'10", 245-pound senior. So he did a nice job there doing his assignment and creating a nice running lane for the halfback.
So it's 2nd down and 3. Wells takes the snap. He'll hand it off. Mathis kind of hurdles over a defensive lineman and able to pick up a first down. You look up front, you got number 78, big number 78. That's going to be Jeff Bishop. You got number 76, Zachary Cowper, the 6'3", 270-pound junior. And we've also got number 62, that's E.R.E. Gillis. Of course, we got Aiden Howard. And then number 53 is William Sword out there on the offensive line as well. The first quarter going to come to an end. Madison Central going to head on over to the sidelines and get ready for quarter number 2, down 27-0. Indians going to take the timeout here in the quarter and regroup for quarter number 2. We'll take it with them and come back. We are live in Richmond. Indians down big as we go to the second quarter on WBON TV.
Whether you're looking for dependability in the game or on the road, Madison County is where you'll find it. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond has the trucks you can depend on and a winning tradition just like our great local sports teams. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see our dependable trucks and become a part of the winning tradition.
Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been there to help our customers enhance their lives and achieve their dreams. With 7 locations across Central and Eastern Kentucky today, we are celebrating 50 years of being there for the communities we call home. Citizens Guarantee Bank is now CG Bank. New name, same commitment to being there for our neighbors. CG Bank, we've been there for that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Second quarter about to commence here in Richmond. And, Tom, it was a rough opening period for the Madison Central Indians. Pretty entertaining quarter if you're a Lexington Catholic fan. And if you're into entertainment, well, how about entertainment for the whole family? That's where we get involved with Galaxy Bowling Center. You got the bowling, the arcade, great food, and so much more at Galaxy Bowling Center here in Richmond. Today's EKU Fan Day as well. You got the Bourbon Jam Music Festival going on. We were over there this morning as well.
Busy weekend.
Yeah, we're shooting for the hat trick today on live broadcast. So Gage and I were over at the Bourbon Jam here for the football game, and then Dawson and I will be live this evening over at Fan Day around 6:15 if we can get over there and get set up in time.
Should be able to, as long as this doesn't stretch out too far.
Indians offense looking to at least build some momentum here in this second quarter. Down 27-0. You almost have to get a score or at least put some kind of drive together to not only keep the Lexcath defense on the field a little bit longer, but also to give your defense a breather and give yourself some confidence, even if you can't come back in this game, to build on the big rivalry game for next week in Madison Southern. Of course, they lost big today, too. And at the moment, both teams, Central and Southern, struggling in the first couple of weeks of the season.
They're giving them another break here and an extended time so that everybody can rest a moment and recover from the heat and humidity, and they're going to be ready to go. I noticed that they're bringing in some fresh players here for Madison Central. Camden Burke, number 77, a 6'3", 275-pound offensive lineman, a sophomore. He's going to come into the game. So interesting here what Coach Blair is doing, and may see, the situation as a learning experience here for a lot of players that haven't got any time or little time thus far in the games.
Well, one thing that he had said in that pregame interview was that the good thing about this team, especially when you're facing the heat like you are in games like this early on in the season, is their depth. They've got some guys they can sprinkle in at different positions and give guys breaks, some water breaks, whatever they really need to kind of help them make it through the game. Last year, and I feel like every year, we see cramping as a big issue.
Yeah.
Didn't see that much last week. Hopefully we won't see it as we go throughout the rest of this game. But Indians got to find some offense here. K.J. Wells will have it 1st and 10 in the pistol formation. He'll give it off to Bryant Mathis, and immediately Mathis brought down at the 31-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
I tell you what, that linebacker, number 22, John Moses, don't call me Amos. He's a junior. He plays linebacker for Lexington Catholic, and he is sticking his nose in some slots down there on that offensive line, and he's been making some big plays. That's a loss of a half a yard on the play.
2nd down and long. Let's see if they let Wells maybe break one loose here. Got a couple of guys to the near side, one wide right. That's Kite. KJ will take the snap. He will throw. Out pass to Morrison. Cody makes the grab, and the pass complete to the 39-yard line. You know, one thing about K.J. Wells, his dad, the head football coach at EKU, obviously he's been around the game for a long time. Got a pretty good guy if he needs to learn from. How about the EKU quarterback, Parker McKinney, who getting all kinds of accolades at the quarterback position at the collegiate level. McKinney and the Colonels open up their season next week on the road at Cincinnati.
It's going to be fun. Regardless of the outcome of that game, that's going to be a big game for EKU.
Wells this time hands it off. A lot of blockers in front, but never really opened up for Mathis here on the near side. It will be close to a 1st down. He needed 3. He got right at 3 yards. Let's see if they will allow the sticks to move. No signal yet. There it is. 1st down. There we go. We'll take it. Baby steps, Tom.
Yeah, Jack White. I almost said Jack Black. Jack White was the defender on that play and almost got called for a horse collar there. He did have the jersey, though, and was able to bring the player down, but it's 1st down.
Back to the pistol. They'll fake it this time to Mathis. K.J. Wells will keep it himself on the RPO, and the read option will pick up 4 yards as Wells able to show off his speed and bring it to the 46-yard line.
Now, Wells not a huge player, but the thing that I like that he did on that play, Michael, was when he saw the contact coming, he lowered his left side, went in kind of at an angle, and that allowed his momentum to continue forward and picked up a couple extra yards. 2nd
down and 6, 10:23 to play in the first half. Indians down 27-0. It's kind of been a snowball effect from the opening drive when Lexington Catholic scored in just 2 plays. Back up the middle, they go on a handoff to Leo Sotelo, who busts a big one. And Leo across midfield to the 45 of Lex Cath. And a nice pickup as the Indians have a new set of downs and looking to maybe put some points on the board.
Well, I'll say this. You got a 27-0 lead right now in this game. You're on defense. It's hot. It's humid out there. One thing you cannot do if you're Lexington Catholic is let down at all, because you got some big boys on that front line, and they are opening up some holes right now. And let's see if they can't keep that going here and get the ball down and score.
Aiden Howard comes off the field for a breather. He and both Iari Gillis, 2 of the starting offensive linemen, coming over to the bench to kind of cool down for a minute, as well as we'll look to throw. He's going deep to Morrison. Puts it on a dime, and Morrison makes the catch. Are they saying incomplete? Wow. They say incomplete. Let's check out the replay here on the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction replay as Wells drops back to throw, puts it on a dime, and Morrison, man, it looked like he got both of his feet down. Might have drug the toe there, but the official says incomplete. They do not allow replay in high school football, Tom, but man, that one was close. Wells put it on the right spot where only his guy could get it. That ends up as an incompletion. 2nd down and 10. Wells going to throw again. This time, far side, it's Morrison again. Can't break the tackle, but he gains 4 yards on the reception. 2nd down and 6 coming up. And I would guess in this situation, Tom, we're in 4-down territory.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, at this point in the game, you're down 27 points. You're down 4 touchdowns. So, and you're struggling. So this is starting to look pretty good here. And we got to remember, J.K.'s out there. This is his first varsity action this year, and he's doing a pretty doggone good job.
Wells in the pistol once again. Linebacker drops off into coverage as they hand it off to Sotelo, and he goes for a gain of 1 to the 40 and nowhere else. So 4th down and 5 coming up for Madison Central. Mathis and Howard will both re-enter the game for the Indians offense. As Wells runs over to the sideline to get the 4th down call, they will go for it and see if they can pick up a new set of downs with 8 minutes and 20 seconds to play.
I like that Coach Blair has his substitutions and, go in for 2 plays, come out and relax. Go in for 2 plays. I think that's very wise, and they know that's coming already, so you're not going to have any effect on the game there.
4th and 5, they'll go 5 wide. Trips left, 1 receiver to the right side, tight end right. That's Ogle. Pass deflected. Ogle was wide open, but the pass deflected once again. It's the sophomore linebacker, Brady Wasick, getting in there and deflecting the pass to force it incomplete.
Well, he was the one, Michael, that got his hand up and tipped that pass that resulted in a interception touchdown for Catholic.
Almost forced a pick there. Instead, it falls down on the ground, incomplete, and it will be a 1st down for Lexington Catholic. The Knights on a roll right now. Can they add to it? Wasick, the senior quarterback, in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right side. 1 receiver left, tight end, and a tailback to the left side. Trying to see what the holdup is. Wasick looking back at the scoreboard. Long delay here in the action.
Huh. Interesting. Now they're ready.
Man in motion for Lexcath. They're going to throw. Looking deep. Wasick all day to throw. Finally pressured by Kirby and drops it off into the flat. Pass complete to Sam Clements. And he's able to pick up a couple of yards. Good job by Wasick there getting out of harm's way and dropping it off.
Yeah, Clements concentrated, made the catch first. Looked like he was going to get stopped for a loss, but he got down on 3 and was able to go forward for a couple of yards.
Man, big time block there. That'll be a flag against Lexington Catholic. Yeah. Yeah, very, very bad play there on number 19, Aiden Flunger, as he going to be called for I believe a block in a back or a hold. Let's see what the call is. That really wasn't the worst part about it. After he put the player down, he kind of stood over top of him, and that's really what drew the flag. Yeah. Personal foul against Lexington Catholic, and Flunger is going to be called for it there, backing this one all the way back to the 32-yard line.
Taunting is not necessary. You've made a good play. Leave it at that. Go on back to your position. Get ready to go again. You're not proving anything other than to your coach that you can't be trusted out there. You may be a great athlete, but you really don't need to get into that. That's for sure.
That said, the 32 was actually a 15-yard penalty, so back him up to the 27, now 2nd down and long. They're going to throw a screen pass complete to Pedros. Pedros rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and the ball comes out. Who's got it? Still on the loose, and Catholic will end up with it at the 40-yard line. Sean Kite was trying to rip it loose instead of making the tackle. He did just that, but the Knights eventually come away with it at the 40-yard line. Check out the replay here. Man, Petros is just running over everybody, and right at the very end of the play, Kite knocks it loose, but the Knights come away with it.
I think we got 2 good rugby teams here, Michael.
So Wasick back to the shotgun. Trips left. He'll hand it off. And tripped up for a loss is number 8, Alex Ryan. Back. Yeah, other flag comes in. More flags coming in.
At least 2 flags.
Yeah, I think it was on the same player. Both officials just saw it. So back them up even further. Central will still have to stop them, though. That's been the issue. So back this thing up to the 45 of Lexington Catholic. And you need the 29 of Central.
Yeah, that's pretty good penalty there. Makes it first and about 25.
26 yards, I believe. So first and 26, 2 receivers each way. Man, look at for the tight end, Pedros. He is an absolute monster here on this near side.
Yeah, and he's
6'2",
crossing.
Yeah, 6'2", 210, Tom.
Yeah, he's crossing, and nobody's covering him on the cross, and he's been open twice already in this game. And they're hitting him, and he can catch.
A dynamic duo there in the form of the tight end. And the quarterback, Wozniak, who's played well. 2nd and 26. They'll fake the handoff, thrown over the middle, and that one just dropped as Clements could not hold on to it. Great defense in the back end by Jackson Taylor, the defensive back.
Yeah, Clements, Michael, he knew it immediately. He had it on both hands and just couldn't hang on to it.
I said Pedros. Glad Williams got us tuned in still. It's Pedrosi is how you pronounce it.
How do you say it?
Pedrosi.
Pedrosi.
Yes.
All right.
So 3rd down and 26 for the Knights. 6:29 to go here in this first half. It will throw with Wasick. Plenty of time. He's going to chuck it deep. He's got a man. Clements behind the defense, and he will take it to the house. A 55-yard touchdown. Clements takes it all the way. Another flag comes in for taunting, but it does not matter for Lexington Catholic as they take it all the way into the end zone. And I believe...
Yeah, it's on the receiver. As he scored, he turned his head back and said something to the defender, and wasn't very nice. The official right there to hear it.
Man, Lexington Catholic putting on a show here in this first half. Make it 33-0 Knights. Touchdown is good, and I believe what they'll do is mark the yardage off on the kickoff.
I think we're going to get the halfway through the quarter longer break right now. So they're going to let the teams go to the sideline for a little bit here.
Yeah, we appreciate you joining us here, folks. It's giving us another chance to say a special thank you to our great sponsors. Tuning us in here, we appreciate you. You can say thank you to these great folks like Bluegrass, Marble, and Granite of Richmond right there on Big Hill Avenue. Go by and say hello to them and say thank you for sponsoring WBON TV Sports. How about Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance? New Wave Over Art right there, also on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Chenault Vineyards, a great place for the family to get together, enjoy live music, great food, and great fun at Chenault Vineyards. Amco Transmissions here in Richmond. Kentucky Farm Bureau agents Raider, Mayo, and Hornsby. Mr. Reuter Plumbing and Fayette Heating and Air.
I got to get back out to Chenault Vineyards and get some more Sam's Fix-It juice. Man, that's good stuff.
Got an extra point coming up from number 30. That is Finnegan Wedding, the junior place kicker. Knights, man, what an absolute stellar first half for this offense. Snap is good. The hold this time better, and the kick perfect once again for Wedding. The Knights 34, or make it 33. The Indians of Madison Central still scoreless here in the first half. We got a long way to go in this one, folks. Don't go anywhere. See if the offense can eventually find a way to put points on the board. We need a lot. We'll need them in a hurry, Tom, on WBON TV.
Who made makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Back to the action here. The Indians return it to the 30-yard line. A nice hit there, and Madison Central again will have to bring the offense to the 30-yard line as we see the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction replay here of the return and the big hit delivered by Lexington Catholic. First down and 10 for the Madison Central offense. KJ Wells stepping in as the quarterback. Starting quarterback Elijah Steele was injured last week, Tom, in the opening game of the year, done for the year as far as being able to play quarterback goes.
Yeah, I think he had, what was it, a double break and then surgery to repair the breaks. So
second down or first down and 10. Trips left, one receiver right. Handoff. Bryant Mathis up the gut. Gain of a yard, and that's it. Second down and 9 coming up. Give a shout out to some of our folks who got us tuned in today. Lee Hall and Mrs. Duffy got us watching today as well. Appreciate them tuning us in, along with Emily Matt Spires and Quincy Compton, Sawyer Cruz, Beverly Adams, also tuning us in on WBON TV. Second down, we got KJ Wells in at quarterback for Central. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 receiver to the right. KJ looking to throw. Nice little pattern ran on the far side. That pass complete to number 18.
Well, we know he's on the team.
Yeah. Well, he played last week, and again, I was trying to look at the numbers here. That's
I didn't see it on our.
Try to get that roster number for you. Third down and a long yard. Wells, high snap, handoff to Mathis. Bryant will pick up a first down.
Yeah, nice second and third effort that time. Had 2 white jerseys hanging on to him as he was chugging forward. And as you say, he stumbled, bumbled, and dove forward for that first down.
First down and 10 from the 42-yard line.
I'm liking the extra effort today from the running backs and the running game. Much needed. We just kind of didn't have it with us first half of last week, and we're seeing it a lot better this time.
Pass complete out on the screen pass. That's Radcliffe. Connor Radcliffe is number 18, and he's got it again on the catch. Second down and about 6 yards for Central as Wells comes back in. Tom, they're letting him, pass it out here. He's completed a couple of those screen passes. You got so many good weapons out there. Let's get it to him in space and see if they can do something with it.
Yeah, they had Connor as number 32 on the roster, but he's 18, folks.
New tailback to the left side of Wells. And they'll fake it to him, throw it out, incomplete. Wells was hit as soon as he let that one fly. No chance to really deliver that one accurately. Davion DeBruce, the junior or the sophomore running back was in there on that play. And you look at some of these young guys, a lot of really good young players. You got Moose McElwee, who can make some noise. Of course, you got the Rudisill kid. Herbst, Carson Herbst is going to be a really good football player. There's a lot of really good young players to be excited about for this Madison Central football team, and we may start to see some of them sprinkle into some playing time here. This time they'll give it off to Davion, who has got some electric speed. He'll kind of fill on that Mathis role of last year, where he was kind of the back spelling Brady Hensley at times. That carry well short of the first down. So 4th and 4 for the Indians.
Indians pulled their guard on that play, trying to get an extra blocker out in front of the run. But great job by this defense. And I said at the beginning of the game, they've got a stellar defense, and they really do. They cover well. They find the gaps that created by the offense, and they're able to stick their head in there and, at least slow a player down so that the rest of the team can follow and make the stop.
If we can get a first down here on 4th and 4, Wells looking to throw. Ogle over the middle, pass picked off. Intercepted, and a long return coming. DeBruce will run the defender out of bounds. Sam Smith with the INT. And that one returned to the 22-yard line. 3rd interception of the game for the Lexcath defense, and we are still here in the first half. Tom, it has just been a well-oiled machine, the Knights of Lexington Catholic.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. They came to play, and they're all ready to play. And, who knows what last night did to them. It probably pumped them up a lot. We're going to go down there today and take care of business, and that's what they're doing.
And off, straight up the gut and into the end zone. A touchdown, Alex Rayan. And the Knights will put a running clock into effect now, a 40-0 lead over Madison Central.
Had a couple of chances to get him, Michael. They hit him around the 10-yard line, and it slowed him just a step, but he was able to sidestep the defender. And after that, there was no stopping him. He saw that blue and said, I'm getting in the end zone, and he took it right in for the score.
Extra point up. Extra point is no good this time. 40-0, Lexington Catholic on top. An absolute beautiful display of defense and offense if you're a Knights fan. Not so much on our end. We'll step aside and come back. Don't go anywhere, folks. Central trying to just put something together to give us some inspiration and some confidence for next week. 2:36 to go. We'll be right back on WBON TV.
Trucking companies are looking for qualified licensed drivers. Get your CDL training at Exodus Driver Training, located on Richmond Road, connected to Renfro's Collision in Berea. Take advantage of their flexible training schedule or get your license in just 4 weeks. Exodus Driver Training is your way out of the cubicle, out of staring at the same 4 walls, out of that factory job you can't stand. Your way out to an open road of opportunity. Financing available. Visit EX.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Reuter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Reuter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Reuter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home clean for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Reuter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Reuter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
Back here on WBON TV. Glad to have you along with us here as Madison Central and Lexington Catholic squaring off. And Tom, we've got a 40-0 lead, Lexington Catholic, and a lot of really good drives put together. And don't forget our friends over at Exodus Driver Training. If you're tired of the same old job, being in the cubicle, working in the factory, you're looking for something to kind of get you out of that rut. Well, how about a CDL, a commercial driver's license? And our friends over at Exodus Driver Training can help you get that in just 4 weeks, or you can take advantage of their flexible training schedule. Visit excdl.com or like them on Facebook. We got 2:36 to play, a 40-0 lead here for Lexington Catholic.
Second quarter.
Second quarter.
Yeah, it's like, wow. It's simply amazing, folks.
Well, the Indians have shown glimpses of what they could be and what they could do. You know, Mathis has had some nice runs. Both Wells and Mullins showed some potential in both throwing and running the football.
Yep.
But for the most part, it's just been a rough game offensively. And the offense setting up Lexington Catholic with good field position has led to some easy, quick drives for them on their side of the football offensively.
Got a feeling in the second half with the running clock, we're going to see a lot of substitutions for both teams in this one with a 40-0 lead. That's wow.
Well, you got to wonder too. I mean, as a young athlete, getting out there and being hyped up to play in this game and being ready to go like they were last night. You know, for these seniors, your first home game, you're unveiling the new field, obviously, the new turf and all that stuff. And then to have it kind of just taken away from you, not being able to play after being here for so long and having the game being pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And then now you got to regroup. Let's do it all over again. And now 2 o'clock kickoff. We don't have much to be kind of building toward for next week. And here's the thing. Next week, it's the two county schools. I don't think Madison Central or Madison Southern we're looking ahead to that game next week. But Tates Creek comes in from Lexington. They have a 37-7 win over Madison Southern this morning. Central having a rough go about it here against Lexington Catholic. So both the teams from Lexington coming in to Madison County and picking up easy victories. Obviously a long way to go in this one, but Lexington Catholic well on their way to a big win.
Yeah, they are, and, this is going to help them a lot after they basically had opportunities in their first game. It was a close game that they ended up losing, but they were on their home turf there, and they didn't feel real good about that. So they came down here with a little different attitude probably than what they started their game with last week. So they're showing out today. They're showing everybody, not only the fans here at Madison Central, but they're showing everybody in the state of Kentucky that they're going to be a team to be reckoned with this season.
There's a drone flying over the field right now.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Not sure who's flying that. But they may just be, I don't know if they're checking the temperature or what they're doing, but
I don't see it. Where'd it go?
It's coming down.
Right.
Yeah, it's coming down over there. Yeah, the athletic director, Mr. Cooksey, is kind of watching it go down over there to see where it is going to.
Looks like they're controlling it on the over on that side, that corner of the field over there, whoever is flying it. Who'd ever thought we'd have a drone over a high school football game? And the concern over that drone, it's one of the smaller ones. So
yeah, and again, not sure what they were doing with it, but I think Mr. Cooksey says, let's get that thing down from there. But it will be 2:36 left to play. Running clock here with the Knights going to kick it off. And this one going to be returned by Radcliffe. Full head of steam. Oh, man, Radcliffe runs into a hard hit at the 30-yard line. He'll hop up quickly. But another nice tackle made by the Knights special teams unit.
And a nice return, Michael. We've had some pretty good kick returns today. He's been kicking it in the end zone most of the time, but when he hasn't, what was the one there, 27 yards a while ago? And that one right there was at least a good 20, 25-yard return.
The offense, again, they've shown glimpses, but it has been a rough first half offensively for Madison Central. 40-0 the score with Lexington Catholic well out in front. KJ Wells back in there as the quarterback. Two receivers right, one to the left. Wells in the pistol. He'll look right. Going to throw out in the flat. picked off. And that one going to be taken back to the house for another pick six. And an interception returned by Sam Smith, his second interception of the game. That one returned for a touchdown, and that will make it 46-0. Another replay here, and that time Ogle open out in the flat, but great coverage, a great read by Smith to read it, pick it, and return it for a touchdown.
Yeah, it's too bad. I didn't watch the replay, Michael. Once was enough on that.
Yeah. 46-0. PAT pending. The Knights looking for more. Wedding, another PAT attempt. Missed his last one. This one is through the uprights. 47-0, Lexington Catholic. We'll be right back on WBON TV.
Are you hearing her microphone?
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or
Amco Transmissions of Richmond is proud of 20 successful years working on your automobiles. But we have outgrown our current location and we're expanding to a bigger, state-of-the-art service center to better serve you. And with the bigger space, Amco is looking for good quality technicians, general repair techs, and managers at all our locations. Amco offers top pay, family-friendly environment plus vacation and sick time. Amco Transmissions in Richmond is looking forward to our next 20 years. Come see us at our new location, 3303 Irvin Road, Richmond.
1st and 10, Madison Central coming your way with 1:06 left to play in the first half. And a rough go about it here for the Indians as they continue to try to find some kind of offensive flow. Pick 6 on the first play of the last drive, but the Knights on top 47-0. We got 49 seconds left to play here in the first half on a hot Saturday in Richmond. And our A&W All-American Foods Game of the Week going the way of the visiting team here thus far in Lexington Catholic. Wells in the shotgun. He'll hand it off. Mathis, good hole up the middle. He'll gain 9. Second down in the yard. And that might do it for the first half here.
Yeah, nice hole opened up on the left side of center that time. The left guard able to push his man outside and created quite a hole there, and easy 8 yards on that carry.
First half going to come to an end. Lexington Catholic with a huge lead here.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hydrate yourself.
Samantha Burford going to go down and talk to the head coach, William Blair, and get his first half thoughts. And let's send it down to Samantha with the head coach of the Indians.
All right, Coach. This is not how we want to start out your very first home football game this season. Real quick, we know about Eli Steele having his surgery Wednesday. Can you give us an update on Parker Mullins?
He's done for the day. He's rolled his ankle pretty good. So, you know, that we just next guy up. KJ's come in. KJ's did some good things. And, I mean, they're playing really good defense. They've got a lot of energy over there, and we're lacking it right now. I think, you know, it's snowballed on us. Yeah. And we're young at some positions, and they haven't figured out that we're still going to play ball.
Yeah. So let's talk about the interceptions. We know that their QB at Lexington Cass is always going to run the ball, but your offense has been throwing some interceptions. Talk to us about what you're going to say to them at halftime and how you're going to control that.
Well, a couple of those interceptions have been tip balls. So, yeah. I mean, that's a part of the game. You know, so a tip ball there. The last one, that guy, you know, played good coverage, and they spotted it and brought it. It's called a sky coverage, and brought him down, and he came out of nowhere. So that's a tough play, but they're well coached and started. You know, they knew it was coming. So that's on us. It's on us coaches. So we'll get up here, we'll get them going, get them cooled down, and we'll come out and play another second half.
All right, Coach. Thanks so much. Great interview. We'll let you get to your team.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach Blair. All right, I'm going to throw it back to you. We're going to have that 2-minute commercial break. I'll get the dance team, so if you want to watch them, you can check them out on Facebook and on Twitter. Michael, back to you in the commercial break.
All right, thanks, Samantha. Yeah, we'll step aside for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on WBON TV.
Hey, Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Oil Drop Mobile Lube, we know that taking care of your vehicle is a top priority, but we also understand that your time is valuable. That means the experts at Oil Drop Mobile Lube will come service your vehicle wherever it is convenient for you. At work, on the job, maybe just at home. You can get other things done while they take care of your vehicle. Call 833-OIL-DROP. That's 833-645-3767. Like Oil Drop Mobile Lube on Facebook.
It's the common thread that ties us together, making life better for everyone. At CVNB, that means better banking, better accounts and lending, better experiences, better schools and better communities. Better. It's what ties us together. CVNB. Bank better.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Support local and get your vehicle running at its peak performance with CT Diesel Performance South Exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff specialize in diesel performance and repair that will service any vehicle, big or small, with oil changes, brakes, tires, alignments, and more. Broke down and need a tow? Well, call CT Diesel at 859-699-8712. Like them on Facebook to enter a weekly drawing for a free oil change. CT Diesel Performance off Exit 97 in Richmond.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
Back in here to Madison Central High School, WBON TV, and we've got a rough score here in the first half, Tom, with Madison Central down 47-0. And here live on the Oil Drop Mobile Lube halftime show at Oil Drop Mobile Lube, they take the worry and stress out of a routine oil change, and they come to you. Call them today, and they'll come to your house, your job, or wherever you are to take care of your vehicle, like Oil Drop Mobile Lube, LLC, on Facebook to learn more. Right now, Tom, the Indians could use an oil change here at the locker room break. With the way things are going, nothing going the right way for Madison Central.
No, it's not. Yeah, we heard what Coach said, and what could he say? You know, and I agreed with him on the tip passes. You can't blame the tip passes, interceptions on the quarterback, but you can blame, individuals or coverage when they go wrong. And really the throw that was intercepted was right on the money to the intended receiver. And it just basically was played well by the defense. And in a couple of situations, Michael, it looks like men against boys out there with the Catholic defense. I mean, the kid that took it back to the house is a senior, and he looks like he's about 6'3", and he'll be playing at the next level for sure if he can play defensive back like that.
Well, one thing about Lexington Catholic, too, is, a lot of these kids have been in this system for a while. They're very experienced in this system, and they run a pretty good system. They've been good for a long time. I'm talking state championship contender type good for a long time. And this program is built on that. They do that. And Coach Blair trying to build his own culture, his own system here at Madison Central. And he talked about there being a lack of energy out there. And, as soon as Parker went down, the mindset and the mood kind of changed out there. And you can't have that. It's got to be that next man up mentality. And that's what they're going to try to build here at Madison Central with head coach William Blair. At the half, it's 47-0. Turnovers, silly mistakes, short fields leading to points for Lexington Catholic. I mean, it has all gone the way of the Knights, and they are looking to kind of rebound after that opening week loss. They're doing just that in big-time fashion here in week number 2 as they lead Madison Central 47-0 at the half. We're live here on the Oil Drop Mobile Lube halftime show. We will step aside for another commercial break. Indians down 47-0. And we got a big game next week, Tom. We'll talk about that when we come back. Don't go anywhere, folks. Indians down 47-0 at the half. That game next week, Madison Central, Madison Southern. Of course, the Indians lost, the Eagles lost earlier today. They're 0-2. Madison Central looking as if they're going to go to 0-2. We'll look ahead to that game when we come back. Live in Richmond on WBON TV.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we value our patient relationships, making it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. We offer patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment and for more details on lip filler and Dysport specials, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence, to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you. Did you know Markham & Wallace Hospital offers speech therapy for both adults and pediatrics? Why travel north when you can get the care you need right here in Irvine? Adult speech therapy focuses on the assessment and treatment of speech, language, thinking, and swallowing problems. Pediatric speech helps children communicate effectively by assisting with the improvement of their verbal and nonverbal language skills. For more info about the speech therapy department, call 606-723-8235 at Mercy Health, Markham & Wallace Hospital.
Back here on WBON TV, again, the Oil Drop Mobile Lube halftime show. At Oil Drop Mobile Lube, they take the worry and stress out of a routine oil change by coming to you. Call them today, and they'll come to your house, your job, or wherever you are to take care of your vehicle, like Oil Drop Mobile Lube LLC on Facebook to learn more. Tom, a rough first half there for the Indians, obviously. The running clock going to be in effect here in the second half. But when you look at the way this Lexington Catholic team played, the stats, not really even a lot of different stats, but everybody kind of getting involved. You had Pereira with 2 touchdowns. I was really impressed with how did William say to sell his name? Pedroshi, with his couple of catches and just kind of running over people. He had Sam Smith had a couple of interceptions defensively. Sam Clements played well in the return game and caught a few passes. He had the pick 6. So just everything going the right way for Lexington Catholic. You had Rayanne with a touchdown run and Matthew Curran with the receiving touchdown there in the first half. And those are some of the first half stats sponsored by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond. Make your home stand out among the rest with Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond. They specialize in kitchen and bathroom countertops and can also provide unique looks for your fireplace, outdoor grills, and other areas of your home. Visit them online at bluegrassmarbleandgranite.com. Tom, 2:48 here in halftime. They'll add some more time to that when the two teams come back out onto the field. But if you are Madison Central, what you have to do now is try to build toward next week's game here at home, back on your home field, against your in-county rival, Madison Southern. Of course, the Eagles dropped to 0-2 earlier today with a loss to Tates Creek. Madison Central want to drop to 0-2 with a loss here to Lexington Catholic. And both teams kind of scratching their heads. There was a little bit of expectation and some energy around the two programs to begin the year. After an 0-2 start, somebody's got to win next week. And the two teams, again, I don't think that both teams were looking ahead to that game next week. But you're going to have a short week. You know, instead of your normal 7 or 6 days, you'll have one less day to either prepare and kind of, get your bodies back to 100% health or whatever the case may be in high school football. So you have that to kind of play around with too. So there's a lot of things kind of going into that game next week. And again, I'm not saying that the two teams were looking ahead to that game, but I think going into the Tates Creek game for Southern and the Madison Central game here against Lexington Catholic, I felt like both teams thought they could come out and win the game and just did not play or give their best effort here today.
Well, I think Coach hit the nail on the head there. You got to be, and you and I have talked about this for years, you got to be 100% every play that you are on that field. Every player has to do that. You can't rely on, Bob's over here to my right, and he's really good. He'll make the stop this time. I can just kind of dog it, But I'm not saying anybody's dogging it, but I'm saying it's hot, it's humid, you got your equipment on out there, and it's a little bit more of an effort to give 100% on every play. And even the coach said he didn't think that they were doing that once that Parker went down. It just kind of, like you said, changed the mood.
Well, he said it the same thing, snowball effect.
It really was.
Once one thing went wrong, the rest of it went wrong.
Yes.
Everything that could have gone wrong in that first half did go wrong. Now, we'll see. KJ Wells, he talked about it, and we said it too. He showed glimpses of being a guy that could do some good things with the quarterback position. Obviously, there comes a learning curve with a guy that's never had a start as a high school quarterback. Now coming in, filling in the role as being that third guy in the quarterback room. Your starting senior goes down, Elijah Steele, who looked really good last week.
Yes.
Parker Mullins showed glimpses himself on the first couple of drives before he got hurt. KJ steps in, not really, as far as not really being prepared to be the guy. Now it's all thrown at him, and he's got to step into that position. So we'll see if they can fix some things here in the second half. We'll take another commercial break, come back. Madison Central, Lexington Catholic, trying to get this second half underway. Knights with a big lead, obviously. We'll come right back and get this second half started on WBON TV.
For over 40 years, Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory in Berea have been helping families through the hardest times in their lives. With traditional burial planning to cremation, the folks at Lakes can help you honor your loved ones with final arrangements. Lakes can also help pre-plan now. Let your family members know what you want and help ease their burden. Visit lakesfuneralhome.com to learn how easy it can be to pre-plan. Lakes Funeral Home and Crematory, the only on-site crematory in Madison County.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Road Tribe.
Whether you're looking for dependability in the game or on the road, Madison County is where you'll find it. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond has the trucks you can depend on and a winning tradition, just like our great local sports teams. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see our dependable trucks and become a part of the winning tradition.
Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been there to help our customers enhance their lives and achieve their dreams. With 7 locations across Central and Eastern Kentucky today, we are celebrating 50 years of being there for the communities we call home. Citizens Guarantee Bank is now CG Bank. New name, same commitment to being there for our neighbors. CG Bank, we've been there for that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Oil Drop Mobile Lube halftime show at Oil Drop Mobile Lube. They take the worry and stress out of a routine oil change by coming to you. Call them today and they'll come to your house, your job, or wherever you are to take care of your vehicle. Like Oil Drop Mobile Lube LLC on Facebook for more information.
Michael, the one thing I like about the crew here at Madison Central with the football team, they've built their own cooling zone down here. They got a huge fan, and they're pumping misty water through there. And not only have the cheerleaders taken advantage of it, but I saw a coach come over just a minute ago, took his hat off, and got nice and cool, and then put it back on. He's ready to go here for the second half.
Yeah, just go in there and get your hat wet and put it on, and you're good to go. Yeah, as a coach, they had some of the guys got some shorts on. Coach Blair's got his khaki pants on and all dressed up and ready to go. Coach Holcomb, when he was here, he's actually literally 5 feet to our right. Coach Holcomb is here to watch the team he's coached the last couple of seasons, and his protege.
Yes,
Coach Blair is stepping into his new role. There's also a protege out there for the referees, Tom, the lead official, or maybe one of the staff monitors, or however you would say it, out there to make sure these officials are doing things the right way, especially as far as the heat index and everything goes. Radcliffe will return it again for Central and get it to the 17, maybe the 18-yard line. Not much running room there. Kind of muffed it on the return, got it, and returned it to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, people usually don't know that not only are the players being officiated, but the officials are being officiated as well. We do that a lot, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a few complaints before. I've never met an official that I did like back when I played and coached.
Love that.
It was more of a hate-hate relationship type thing.
Yeah.
Here we go, running clock already underway. They'll hand it off to Matt this left side, and Bryant stood up at the line. He'll lose yardage back to the 18-yard line for a yard loss on first down, second down, and 11 coming up for Central.
Jacob Dudick, sophomore defensive lineman, in on the stop. He led the way and then had a little help from a linebacker. So starting to see a little bit of substitution going on there on the Lex Cath side now.
Yeah, and we'll see that for both teams. Obviously, you can't immediately just take your starters out because you want them to get in shape. I mean, even though you've been working on that, you still have to get in game shape. There, it kind of comes with the territory. So you can't just immediately yank your starters as soon as you get up or down a certain number. You got to kind of let the game play out. But eventually we'll see some of these young guys get some reps for both teams.
Nice little run there, Michael. He stuck his head down, was able to drive forward, and he's got it down, Couple yard gain on that play?
Yeah, it looks like to the 20. So second down and 11 turns into a 3rd and 9. Every time I remember as a kid, my parents always getting mad. As soon as my team got up or down, 20, 25 points, it could be in the first quarter, it could be in the fourth quarter. Put him in, coach. Put the young kids in. I understand it, but at this point in the ball game, you got to kind of let the kids do their thing. You can't just immediately start yanking them. Give these starters a chance to kind of, again, work themselves into game shape. And for KJ, get reps at the quarterback position.
Yeah, very important to do that.
Pitch out to Davion DeBruce, the sophomore, who's got, again, electric speed. He will get it across the 25 to the 28 and pick up a first down.
Yeah, nice run there. Good job again by the offensive linemen that are out there, and they opened up a nice hole for him. And 1st and 10. Haven't said that a lot here this afternoon for the Madison Central Indians.
They've had success running the ball on the perimeter. They've had a couple of nice runs up the middle, but they've had some really big gains getting it out around the edges of the tackles. They'll throw it. Wells, pass deflected. Yeah, that's one thing I think KJ will have to kind of work on and figure out over the next week, especially if he remains as that starting quarterback going into the Madison Southern game. Is not telegraphing his passes. He's kind of dropping back and looking at the first guy, and that's where he's going with it. That's one thing that they'll have to kind of work with him on and make sure he gets better at kind of going through his progressions, or not immediately just looking at that one receiver and going in that direction, because the defense is kind of keyed on that. But again, a young quarterback, and if he does start next week, how about that for Madison Central? 3 games in, 3 different starting quarterbacks. A pass out into the flat, incomplete, and it will bring up 3rd down and 10.
Reason I'm laughing, you folks probably saw the hit there.
Kite.
Yeah, kite out.
Yeah, there's the flag.
Yeah, I figured that was going to come. The ball was incomplete, and he went ahead and blocked the defender anyway and knocked him backwards about 3 yards, so they're going to call it, and they'll march it back. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what took so long on that, Tom, to be honest with you.
I know. That was, it was more comical to me, though, because it was in wide open spaces. Yeah. And, hey, that's my job. I'm going to do it. So he did.
So back it up. They'll accept the penalty now, I think. Oh, it was during the play, so it should go back to 2nd down, right?
I would say so, yes.
As of now, it's 3rd down. There we go. Back to 2nd.
Yeah, they'll change it.
So back it up to the 15-yard line. They need basically the 39. They need the 39 for a first down. So 2nd and 24.
We appreciate the Montgomery, Alabama chain gang coming up to run the sticks for us today.
And off to Bruce. Davion showing off the speed again, getting out on the perimeter, and another big block at the end of that play. And one thing you got to be careful with, Tom, is you don't want things to get chippy. You don't want some of these guys who's got some pride. Aiden Howard's got pride. Sean Kite's got pride. These guys are good players, and they are going to take this game very serious. They understand they're down, and they're kind of mad right now that they are down by this much. So you just got to be careful with them. You don't want something to get out of hand where they end up getting ejected and missing that big game next week.
I got pride. How about you? You got pride. Reminded me of a cheer. Sorry.
You were one of the top cheerleaders in the state back in the day, right?
I was a cheerleader in college, yes.
Well, sends a man in motion to the left side. That's Pritchard. KJ going to pitch it out to DeBruce. He's got blocking in front. Man, a nice job by Catholic to just get to the ball carrier so quick.
Look at all the white jerseys there.
Man,
seven white jerseys.
Coverage speed impressive by Lexington Catholic there. And DeBruce nowhere to go. 4th and long. Indians will punt. And dropping back to return the punt for the Knights is number 81. And that's Duncan Gantz.
Yeah, Duncan, just a sophomore. It's nice to see some younger players come in. Get on a team like Lexington Catholic and you're an underclassman, you got to be something special to break that starting lineup. Yeah.
In this game, Gilbo had his punt almost blocked. Good job to get it away.
Oh, yeah, take a roll.
Take a Madison Central bounce
there
one
you
time,
go.
baby, to the 34. I could have let it go a little bit further, though.
I think so. He just didn't want to, you know how they'll roll a bit and then they'll hit the toe and come back the other way, yeah.
Better to end it now than losing a couple extra yards.
Yeah.
So the Indians defense will come back out. They've not really had a chance to put a stop together. They've been kind of backed up into their own territory. You know, the shadow of your own goalpost to your back, basically, every time they've been out there.
I can only remember one time, and that was on that 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty. But other than that, it's been pretty good starting position for Lex Cath the whole game.
Nice tackle as coming off the edge for the Indians. Kendrick Williams, we talked a lot about him last week, Tom. He read that play perfectly. And as soon as the ball carrier took the handoff, Williams lunged at him and ripped him down for no gain. 2nd down and 10. 4 receivers to the right side for Catholic. They'll pitch it out. Oh, my goodness.
Hello, doctor. Hello, doctor.
What a read.
Whoa.
Getting in on the stop, that was Hayden Kaiser who read that one perfectly. And then behind the play, we've got another flag on Lexington Catholic. Jeff Hairston and a LexCath player kind of getting tangled up. Check out this replay, folks. My goodness, Hayden Kaiser just destroying the ball carrier. Kind of reminded me of a hit from Harge in a game here a couple of years ago.
He had some good doctors, didn't he?
I think there's going to be offsetting penalties. So Hairston and the wide receiver for Lexington Catholic offsetting penalties. So they'll replay it down, I believe.
Lex Cath.
Yeah. The official's like, hey, it's you two. You guys cut it out. Let's go back to playing.
It was both players. So little jawing going on there.
You know, whenever like you're a parent and you got 2 little kids, I do this basically every day of my life now, and they're fighting with each other. That's kind of what the official looked like. Like he was so aggravated at those 2 guys for what happened on that play.
Yeah, so he just flagged both of them.
3rd down, pass over the middle, incomplete. Indians got to the quarterback. In there now at QB is number 18, Matthew Kern, the backup quarterback for Lexington Catholic. Throws incomplete. Indians get a stop, and it'll be 4th down.
You and I have talked about, getting information for the football teams in the state of Kentucky. Hard to get accurate rosters and things like that. A big thank you to the Booster Club of the Lexington Catholic team because they had an up-to-date roster listed online, which made it a whole lot easier for us this week.
Indians dropping back to return. Good punt once again. And that one will take a central roll at the end of it. And the Indians will take over at the 44.
I think they were hoping that one of the central players would try to grab the football, and they just kind of stayed over it until it was dead.
What time is that Boyle LCA game kickoff? Is it midday or is it later on the night?
No, I think it's. I think one was scheduled for 5 and the other one 8 or something like that. I saw a little bit on TV about it. I'm going to try to see if I can on my phone, see if there's any kind of streaming going on from over there. But it's some kind of bowl that they play that they're in. So.
Dawson and I will be heading over to EKU Fan Day this evening. Don't forget about the Bourbon Jam Music Festival going on today as well. Got some good acts tonight. Ricochet, Keith. What's your favorite Ricochet song? They got some good ones. I love me some Picking Wildflowers by Keith Anderson, though.
Yeah, that's good. Unbelievable is who did Unbelievable? That's not Ricochet.
You're unbelievable, like that song?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's a pop song.
Okay.
Now, the cool thing about our new system at the station is that we get to see all the music from all the stations.
Yeah.
So I've been going through, looking at, and I'm like, oh, I remember that one. I love that song. We can't play that on the country station.
You getting your karaoke list together for the Christmas party later?
I am. I'm ready. I'm ready this year. Karaoke. I think it's going to be an annual tradition, although LFA might have us out to his place for Christmas this year.
Is that true?
I caught a rumor now. I don't know if that's true, but I'm sure he will sooner or later. But if not, you know where we'll be. We'll be right there at the Galaxy Bowling Center Champions Bar and Grill with the best chicken fingers in Richmond, Kentucky.
Man, they're good.
You can mark my word on that. I go out there and eat there about twice a month.
First down and 10. Bad snap. Wells, good job to pick it up. Try to make something out of nothing. Man, he is turned around and bent up like a pretzel.
Don't bend him in half, man. Come on.
Second down.
And he said something, and I agree. That was a little, you can make a tackle. You don't have to break a kid in half, and he didn't appreciate it.
Third quarter has come to an end. Indians and the Knights battling it out here. Fourth quarter about to come your way on the other side, live on WBON TV.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
WBON TV, Tom Gross, Michael Watkins here with you. And Tom, we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter here in Richmond. We'll come up and we'll have our CT Diesel performance of the game following tonight's contest, Chenault Vineyard postgame show, and Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry final stats. Looking ahead to the schedule, Madison Central and Madison Southern soccer teams will be squaring off here on Tuesday evening. I think the girls play at 6 and the boys at 8. And we'll have those streamed for you live on WBON on Tuesday from right here in Richmond. Also, coming up next Friday, the big high school football game, kind of like a rivalry week type thing.
Yeah.
We'll have the football game, Southern and Central, next Friday. Both teams coming off 0-2 starts to the year. Who can regroup the fastest and really who can figure out the quarterback position. Southern's turned to Ethan Moore, who's a really good athlete, but their offense has not been what they thought it would be in the first 2 weeks of the season. And now for Madison Central, their offense hasn't been what they thought it would be, but when you have now your third quarterback in less than a game and a half, that's when KJ came into play.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to kind of get into a flow and a rhythm offensively, and we've obviously seen that here this evening. You know, what about our man John Mark Stivers down there?
I know.
He's still back. He graduated. Now he's over at EKU. He's helping out with basketball on A.W. Hamilton, but still found his way on the sideline here today, walking around.
Well, we'll probably see him the next this year and next year because he's made some good friends during his stay here. So he still has friends on the football team. So by the time the junior class that's here now graduates, I can remember I went back to my high school for a year or so and watched sporting events and different things. But you meet more people at EKU and start doing different things with them, and it's just part of life. You just graduate and go on to the next step, you know?
Yeah, my senior year of high school, after I graduated, I immediately started working at WJSN in Jackson.
Yeah.
And the class behind me, I was calling their basketball games on WJSN the next year.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I bet they love that.
Some of them did. I made sure they messed up. I was like, listen, guy, what's going on?
Come on, you can't diss me on the radio like that. Come on.
Ian Mathis takes the handoff, and no gain on first down.
I still can't believe that you and I both did time there. That was when you told me where you were from when I first came here, and I just was like, oh, unbelievable.
I'm trying to get them to build a statue for us up there. You
and I should have a statue in front of their building. That's for sure.
I bet if we donate enough money, they would probably do that.
We'd have to pay for it ourselves. Yeah, but I hit one of my fantasy teams here for
for draft games.
10, 20,000 here. We'll do that.
All right, that'll work. I'll let you pay for mine too if you don't care.
I don't care. If I got that much money, I'll do it.
And off Mathis left side. Bryant going to get it back to the original line of scrimmage on third down.
Nice 5-yard gain. A little too far to try. I don't think they're going to be able to try a 50-yard field
goal.
And
now Mathis is down.
Oh, that's not good. We don't need no more injuries, guys.
Of course, Allie Benavides, the trainer, had her daughter born yesterday, and so she's obviously not out there. I would expect we won't see her the rest of football season. Probably might have her come back around basketball season rolls around, but the training staff from Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy out there checking on Bryant Mathis, the junior tailback. But Tom, looking back at how things have gone in our careers, like I said, you started at WJSN. That's where Wallingford started at as well, and now he's got the Wallingford Empire is what we like to call it, with everything that we've got up there with radio, TV, digital, all the different networks and platforms we have available to us to not only give you entertainment, give you content, but also give you access to such great local, community events. And here being able to showcase these great local athletes, it has been a pleasure being able to be a part of WBON TV. We're so excited to kick off another season here. Last week, no video, obviously. This week, having video of this game. Had some issues with our producer having a health issue this morning from the Madison Southern game. But next week, we'll be here. I think both teams are back on the road the following week. But
right.
We should be able to get every home game on the rest of the year.
Well, when I did it up in Indiana, people just loved it, and they love it here. So it's a great service to the community.
DeBruce bounces it out, and he'll be wrapped up after about a 6-yard pickup to the 34-yard line. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Catholic will come out. But first, Aiden Howard, I believe, is the injured Madison Central Indian. Might be a cramping issue for Aiden, who will be going to play football at the University of Miami of Ohio up in
Red Hawk,
Ohio. My wife will be actually up there working this week. She'll be gone all week.
He needs to, if you talk to him, tell him he needs to check out Houston Woods when he goes up there. There is a huge park right there near the University of Miami of Ohio, and it is a beautiful park. In fact, our senior class did our senior skip day at Houston Woods, so that was fun. It's really
Malachi
nice.
was down here today? Oh, was he? Oh, okay. Malachi Wood, who was the big offensive lineman. And you look, we'll get this play in, and then I'll look at what I was going to get to my point. Obviously the last 2 years have been so good for Madison Central, but not only do you have to replace, the guys that graduated, but of course you had the transfers leave and go to LCA. But, man, look at the guys that are playing college football from last year's team or the year before. You got Malachi Wood at Kentucky, Jaden West and Travis Grant are at EKU. The year before that, there were guys that went on to play. So they've had 2 really good years under Mike Holcomb, but they also had some really good football players out there as well. Having to replace, so many of them at once, that is very, very difficult for a football team to do, especially in Class 6A.
Yeah. Thought we almost had a fumble there, but it just somebody stumbled and they didn't fumble, and they fell forward for a loss on that play.
More young guys running onto the field for Madison Central.
This is fun. Getting to see a lot of the players we don't normally get to see very much of.
Yeah, some of these young guys, they deserve some love and some PT. Now they're getting it. Their quarterback in the game for Catholic. He'll throw, and it's complete on the out pattern to the tight end, number 87. Nice pass from Cam Sweeney, the sophomore quarterback.
Trying to name some of them here as we wind ourselves down in this game, but I see another number out there that's not on the roster, so we're going to have to get that. We'll get those squared away. If you are a member of the Booster Club for Madison Central, that's something that you could do is if you have a Facebook page or something like that, come to one of the practices if you can and make sure you get everybody's number correct. That's probably one of the last things on the list to do at a practice. But if someone outside the team could do that and get an updated roster on there, everybody in the media, not just us here locally, but those that come in would really appreciate that.
4th down. They're going to punt it away. Back to return Kite. High end over end punt.
That was a sky ball. There we got the bounce. It was going the right way for Catholic, and then it hit like the 39-yard line and bounced directly backwards, and they had to down it on the 40. Let's see if they're going to continue play. I guess with the running clock, they're not as concerned. Plus, we've had a lot of clouds move in over the sun here in this 4th quarter. So they may just continue on and finish the game out here rather than take one of those long breaks. Quite a few of the starters still in, Michael.
Yeah, again, I mean, I think you got to kind of, especially some of these offensive linemen, trying to keep them and get them in shape. So they're still kind of working on that. Hand off to Bruce, and he'll get pushed back to the 35-yard line.
Almost a horse collar.
So 2nd down and 15 coming up for Madison Central. I think, Tom, we'll see a lot of running the football. Again, you want to see what you've kind of got with, Mathis now injured.
Yeah.
Probably okay. Looks like he's on the bench, just maybe kind of resting up for next week's game.
Yeah. Good idea. Really no need to go back into this one in the situation that they're in. Nice run.
Man, nice vision there to cut back and pick up a 1st down.
I like it. Davion Bruce, 5'7.5", 160 pounds, sophomore.
Yeah, Davion DeBruce. He was a Madison Middle for a while. And again, some of these young guys we've had on the sports show, we've got to interview. Carson Herbst we'll see eventually. I think a Rudisill kid we'll see. There's a lot of really good young players. Same thing over at Madison Southern. Some of these middle school teams, Cottle, Clark Moores, Madison Middle, Ferristown, Foley, they've got some good programs here in Madison County. And I'll even go as far as to say that even the smaller, the Madison County Youth Football League and the Southern Youth Madison, whatever it's called, Southern Madison Youth Football League is also a pretty good league as well.
So what you're saying is we got a great feeder system for the high school.
Now we do. It wasn't that way, as far as going that low. But now I think these coaches are starting to take it more serious, and they're really starting to try to implement some of the things that they're doing at the upper levels, at the lower levels in, as far as elementary, middle, and even the younger ages go. 2nd down and 11. And off back to Davion, and DeBruce will get it back for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
Davion, I'll give you half a yard on that carry since they did move the stick. They usually count that as a yard gain with official scoring, so let's give him a yard on that play.
So 3rd and 11, 3:24 to play. Got to look ahead to next week, Tom. Central Southern, the big game. The big game next week.
Now, is that the 1st of September, or is that the last day of the month? It is September 1st? Okay. Payday. Yeah.
3rd down. Pass is complete.
Uh-oh.
That's old Jaden West number 6, making that catch. And Jalen Beard, the 6'1 senior wideout, in there making the grab and bringing up 4th down. Indians will punt. Like Scath, probably take a couple of plays and then maybe get a knee or two and walk out of here with a victory, their first victory of the season. Yeah, Labor Day weekend, the festival up in my hometown. I'll be going up there some next
Honey
week.
Festival. I sang in the Honey Festival years
That's
ago.
why they shut it down for a couple of years.
That's why. Yeah, they totally shut it down and said, if you ever bring him back here again, we'll never have the Honey Festival
Well,
again.
I asked Diane this morning over at the Bourbon Gym Festival why I wasn't asked to get up on stage and sing.
What'd she say?
She said that they wanted people to come back next year.
I understand that.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, that thing was a lot of fun today, and it's going to get better too. Not only today, I mean, it'll get better as the bigger numbers or the bigger performers, the more well-known performers get up there on stage later on today. Dawson's already gone over to EKU Fan Day to kind of get things started up over there. I'll be heading over there shortly as well. That's a fun event, Fan Day.
Oh, yeah, they do a good job. And I just love what they've been doing the last few years here at EKU. They're really, really, really putting some good things together.
High snap, another young quarterback in the game for Lexington Catholic, dancing around. Yeah, he goes down.
He saw 3 blue helmets coming. He said, I better take a seat. He comes up limping.
Grady LaMonica, the freshman in there, 5 feet, 8 inches tall, 118 pounds.
I wonder if he's any relation to Daryl LaMonica. That would be his grandpa at this age. That's interesting. Very, very famous name in football, pro football. I like the half tackle on that play. We had a coach used to tell us, if you can't get the whole guy down, take half of it.
Yeah.
So we call it a half tackle. If you hit a guy on one side and you're able to spin him down, they'd call that a half tackle. Here we go. Game's over, Michael.
Central going to fall to 0-2. Lexington Catholic going to get their first win of the season as they'll come down here to Richmond in the Roy Kidd Bowl and knock off the Indians 47-0. No points scored in the second half, Tom, but the Knights didn't need any in the second half as they will come here and win in big-time fashion. We will step aside. Going to wrap things up when we come back on the Chenault Vineyards postgame show. Final score, 47-0. Grab you another Mr. Rooter timeout. Come back, hang out with us. We'll crown our CT Diesel performance of the game and give you the final stats when we come back on WBON TV.
trucking companies are looking for qualified licensed drivers. Get your CDL training at Exodus Driver Training located on Richmond Road, connected to Renfro's Collision in Berea. Take advantage of their flexible training schedule or get your license in just 4 weeks. Exodus Driver Training is your way out of the cubicle, out of staring at the same 4 walls, out of that factory job you can't stand. Your way out to an open road of opportunity. Financing available. Visit EX.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home clean for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or
Amco Transmissions of Richmond is proud of 20 successful years working on your automobiles. But we have outgrown our current location, and we're expanding to a bigger, state-of-the-art service center to better serve you. And with a bigger space, Amco is looking for good quality technicians, general repair techs, and managers at all our locations. Amco offers top pay, family-friendly environment, plus vacation and sick time. Amco Transmissions in Richmond is looking forward to our next 20 years. Come see us at our new location, 3303 Irvin Road, Richmond.
Hey, Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Oil Drop Mobile Lube, we know that taking care of your vehicle is a top priority, but we also understand that your time is valuable. That means the experts at Oil Drop Mobile Lube will come service your vehicle wherever it is convenient for you. At work, on the job, maybe just at home. You can get other things done while they take care of your vehicle. Call 833-OIL-DROP. That's 833-645-3767. Like Oil Drop Mobile Lube on Facebook.
Welcome back in here to WBON TV. It's now time for the Chenault Vineyards post-game show. Chenault Vineyards has become the go-to destination for families and friends to enjoy fun and entertainment in a relaxing atmosphere. See why so many of them now spend their time at Chenault Vineyards with all the different festivities and the activities, Tom, with the yoga on the lawn, live music, all the different, they had a 5K up there a couple of weeks ago. They're doing so many cool things. Girls' night out, trivia, different things like that goes on up at Chenault Vineyards. You can like them on Facebook to find out more or visit ChenaultVineyards.com.
Sam's Fix-It Juice.
There you go. That's you loved that stuff, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Well, a rough day here for Madison Central, obviously. And Coach Blair, his staff, I mean, listen, they know that there's going to be some growing pains. We talked about all the guys that they lost last year and the year before that. Legendary head coach steps away from the program. Going to be kind of some growing pains, rebuilding, and now you're on your third starting quarterback. So how do you fix those things? I'm not sure what the answer is, but I think Coach Blair has been around football long enough that he and his staff will find the proper way to fix that as they go into week 3. And not the biggest game of the year, but these kids, they take this game as their biggest game of the year when they take on Madison Southern next week.
Yeah, big rivalry, and more so a rivalry between the kids, away from the game itself, They tease each other, and they're friends. They've played together before, they went to the 2 different high schools. So I call it a friendly rivalry between these 2 teams.
Yeah, when we were doing our season previews a few weeks ago, we brought the game up, and both teams What game are you looking forward to most? Well, obviously it's Central for Southern and Southern for Central.
Right.
You know, and you know, there was a little trash talk that went on, and that's expected because it's your rival. And you know, it's always a big game. It will be a big game, and it will be a fun game next week, even though they're both 0-2. Even though both teams have not looked like we thought they would look, it wouldn't shock me next week if they both came out and lit the world on fire.
Yeah, it would be nice to see that. You know, and for both teams' sake, I hope it is an offensive game next week, and they, you know, it doesn't have to be 47 points, but you know, if you had a 21-17 game or a 24-21 game, that kind of thing, that would be a lot of fun, and I think both teams would go away feeling pretty decent after the weeks they had this week.
Final stats brought to you by Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry in Berea. They work hard to help you get the beautiful, healthy smile that you deserve. Like them on Facebook to learn more about Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry in Berea. Not many stats to report for Madison Central. Defensively, a couple of big stops from Leo Sotelo, Kendrick McWilliams looked good. But on the other side, Catholic, they had 4 interceptions. Looked really good in the run game. A couple of touchdowns for Pereira. You know, had the wide receiver made a touchdown catch, and the quarterback played well as well. No mistakes today. Everything went the right way, and those are your final stats for Lexington Catholic, Madison Central. Before we wrap up, we're going to crown our CT Diesel Performance of the game. If you want your vehicle to perform like, you know, I think for Madison Central, we got to give a little bit of credit to the offensive line. Rough game, but the way the guys were, the depth we talked about, that was on full display today. Didn't have a ton to kind of be too excited about, but the offensive line played well and at least protecting their quarterbacks, opening up some holes for the running backs, and we'll give them our CT Diesel Performance of the game. Folks, Chris Thorne and his staff at CT Diesel Performance service all vehicles, big or small. You can like them on Facebook and learn more about CT Diesel Performance. They are a full-service mechanic shop off Exit 97 in Richmond.
Yeah, I got a laundry basket. I was going to tell you, I'll loan you. You can take the shirts over to the offensive line this week at practice.
They need them.
They do, yeah. They'd look good on all of them.
All right, guys, we appreciate you hanging out with us today. It's been a full day. We're not done. Dawson and I will be heading over to EKU Fan Day here in a couple of hours. We'll be broadcasting live from there, so stop by and say hello to us if you're going to be out there, or you can join the broadcast and see what's going on at EKU Fan Day coming up later on this evening. We will see you then. For all our staff here, for Nick and Jacob and Tom and Samantha and Gage and Dawson and myself, we'll see you next week on WBON TV.